Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Thursday. For today's video, I am going to be talking about cruelty-free skincare brands. Before we get into it, I'm just going to put out a disclaimer because I always kind of get crap about the fact that I show a lot of higher end skincare, and it doesn't come from a lot of you, but there are a fair amount of people who have said that because I don't show enough drugstore stuff on my channel, they've decided to unsubscribe, which I'm always fine with. Like, YouTube is not a job for me, so if someone decides that I am no longer a good fit for them and they leave, like, it doesn't break my heart. I just think, like, okay, like, they need to move on to somewhere else where they're going to get the information that they need. Really, truly, when I am sharing my experiences on my channel, it is just to inform you guys about what I like, what my experience was with a product, how I felt about it, how it worked for me, whether I think it's worth splurging on, whether it's a huge pass. So it's just my thoughts. Like, I don't ever want you to think that you have to go out and buy these things that I talk about. This is just what this is the stuff that I like. These are my thoughts. Here's the information. Do with it what you will. If you don't like the subject of a particular video, obviously, you know, you don't have to watch that video and you can just stay tuned for something else. Like, I feel like people get very, they just have very strong feelings about the fact that, you know, I am not sharing maybe the type of information that they would rather see. But the beauty about YouTube is that there are hundreds of thousands upon hundreds of thousands of beauty people here on this platform that share just a huge wealth of information. So I am just in my own little corner using the things that I want to use, things that I'm interested in, testing them out on this space of mine, and then telling you guys about my experience. If you then decide that you want to go buy the product, fantastic. And a lot of you do that and you come back and you're like, yes, I had the same experience as you. It was amazing. Or in some cases you come back and say, that wasn't the product for me. I ended up returning it, which either one I think is great because you took something away from a video and you utilize the information to make your own decision. So that is what I am here for. I know that YouTube is this whole platform of like influencers. I don't really like that term because I don't feel like that's what I'm personally trying to do. Like, I don't want to, like I said, ever make you feel like the stuff that I talk about is what you have to go and buy that day. Do what you want. This is your life. This is your money. This is your time, your energy, your effort. You do with you what you want to do. You know, and I'm just here to like vomit information for you guys about my own personal experiences. So I just wanted to put that out there because, again, I just get comments sometimes, and I try to be kind, and I'm like, okay, I understand, you know, like, I'm not giving the type of information that you want. Hope you find what you're looking for, you know. I mean, inside, I might be doing a giant eye roll when someone leaves a comment like that because it's just like, I don't think that people should be necessarily influenced by anyone. I think that they should take the information that is thrown at them and process it in their own mind and then go out and make their own decisions. That is what I want you to do. That being said, I do have some drugstore skincare brands that I have used that I do enjoy. I'm going to tell you right now, though, that I personally like a lot of the higher end things better than the drugstore things. So while I have purchased those drugstore items in the past, and in some cases I have repurchased, but in a lot of cases I will buy something, use it once, and I like it, and I think it's nice, and I think, you know, it's probably effective, especially for someone who maybe hasn't gotten started in skincare quite yet. And, you know, for someone who's just looking for something new to switch up their skincare and sort of surprise their skin and maybe like reawaken it. But a lot of times I just like the formulations of some higher end products better. And that's just an own personal choice that I have. So that's why you tend to see a lot of higher end skincare. Also, I don't like this term because I think it sounds kind of awful, but I do have the disposable income to be able to spend on the higher end skincare myself. There's a lot of other things that I don't blow money on. Like, you don't see me doing fashion videos. You see me wearing a lot of the same stuff over and over again, not spending money on clothes. I don't drive a Range Rover. I drive a 2018 Dodge Grand Caravan that we bought used. You know, like, I don't buy fancy purses. I don't buy fancy shoes, sunglasses. I don't go and get my hair done as often as I probably should, as you guys can see. When my hair starts to grow out and I'm just kind of too lazy to drive across town to my hairdresser. But the things that I like blowing money on are skincare and makeup. So I own my own business. I work really hard. It's my money. Yes, there's PR stuff from time to time, but I am well over Rouge status again for this year. So I spent over $1,000 at Sephora, and I am also now officially, what is it? Diamond at, what do you call that place? Ulta, the other place that I really like, which means that I spend a heck of a lot of money there too. So I spend my own money. Sometimes things are sent, which is nice. It helps. Don't get me wrong, it helps. But anyway, I feel like that's a lot of disclaimer. I will have probably put just skip to this part of the video in the description box. So if you're here for the suggestions, let's get started with those. Okay, so I choose to purchase cruelty-free products. That's a decision that I made a long time ago. You know, there have been times where I have made an exception because I was buying a gift for someone and I know it's something that they really want from like a brand like Chanel. For example, my mom's favorite perfume is Coco Chanel, and so I did buy a bottle of that for my mom for Christmas. Normally, I would never do that for myself, but you know, if somebody else likes something, like I don't push my views on anyone. So what I'm saying with that is I'm a little bit more limited when it comes to drugstore skincare to start with, because Neutrogena, Olay, Aveeno, La Roche-Posay, like those are all not cruelty-free brands. Like the vast majority of what you're going to find at like a Walgreens or a Fred Meyer or a Walmart, like that type of store, a lot of that stuff is not cruelty-free. So I'm a little bit more limited, but there are good things that I have used from some more affordable skincare brands that have what I would consider drugstore pricing, because let's face it, Olay is not super cheap. Like most of the stuff from them at this point, which is kind of blowing my mind, is in the $20 to $30 price range. Neutrogena, same thing, $20 to $30. Sure, you can find a few things from those brands that are still like $5-6, maybe like their cleansers or something, but a lot of their serums and creams and lotions and potions, all of that stuff it's kind of spendy. So the brands that I'm suggesting to you today to check out are going to be a little bit more on the affordable end of the spectrum, similar to what you would spend to some of those other brands that I just mentioned. So I don't have a lot of these things to show you guys because within these brand suggestions, there are several things that I have tried that I liked, that I have talked about at one point or another on my channel. I still think those are good products, and a lot of you are newer. So I will just link these products down below if you're interested in going and checking them out. These are all things that I have used that I thought were good products and worth, you know, spending the money on. So I'm gonna start with Andalou Naturals. This is a brand that I tried, I wanna say it was like 2013, 2014, so it was a while ago, but I used to buy a lot of their stuff from, God, what was that website? Not iHerb, Vitacost. I got a lot of this stuff from Vitacost. I think Vitacost is still around, but okay. So from Andalou Naturals, I will link this stuff down below. Check the description box if you want to know where to buy these things. The Pumpkin Honey Glycolic Mask, Also, some of these are available at Ulta, and because they're on the drugstore side, you can use those $5 off of whatever coupons, or the $3.50 off, so you can bring the cost of these items down a little bit further even. So, all right, the pumpkin honey glycolic mask, wonderful. The Canicel detox mask, actually still have this. It's in my bathroom, used it several times. I think it's a great mask. The 1000 Roses cleansing foam, very nice, kind of lovely smelling cleanser. Probably if you have an aversion to like rose scented things, maybe don't try that. But I didn't find it irritating to my skin, removed my makeup, did a good job with that. So that's a good one. The Clementine C toner from Andalou is really nice. Went through an entire, I was gonna say two, but it comes in like a jar, I guess. Not even a jar, a container. I don't have one to show you, so I don't know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, those are a few suggestions from Andalou Naturals. Again, the price range is somewhere around like $12 to probably $25 at the most. Worth looking into. Derma E. Derma E, I think, is probably one of the best that I'm going to suggest to you guys. They are nice enough to send me PR packages, so I've tried a multitude of things from them that I maybe wouldn't have otherwise picked up. So my suggestions are the microdermabrasion scrub. Obviously, those of you that are like scrub phobes, don't buy that one, but I like it. I think it's a really good microdermabrasion scrub. It's actually pretty gentle. Their acne pore cleansing wash, just recently got that, really liked it, has salicylic acid in it. A great alternative to maybe the Neutrogena, that orange one that they have. God, I used to use that back in college. That stuff dried my skin out like crazy. I don't know why I kept using it. Also, their, where is that other cleanser? The anti-wrinkle cleanser, that was another one that I really liked. That had like glycolic acids. Now with cleansers, I don't know, those can be a little bit more basic. Like you're not keeping that stuff on your skin long enough to see like super long-term results. But anyway, the Radiance toner from them is really nice. I actually still have that in my bathroom now. You probably saw that in one of my skincare routines a couple times this month, or this year. The Advanced Peptide and Collagen Moisturizer, really nice. That is a great moisturizer, especially for this time of year. Now, this brand is available through Beautylish exclusively, I believe, but Good Molecules, did try a few things from them. I don't like things from The Ordinary. I purchased a lot of stuff from The Ordinary when they were first like released. Didn't like the formulations. Several of the things made me break out. They didn't sit well on my skin. It didn't absorb as quickly as I wanted them to. Just didn't feel good. There's not a lot from The Ordinary that I like, I'll be honest. But Good Molecules, I actually liked a little bit better. Here's 3 suggestions from them that are pretty great, and Good Molecules is probably the cheapest out of all these, so totally worth looking into. Their hyaluronic acid is good, their niacinamide serum is good, as well as their squalane oil. 3 great products from them that I think are very effective and super cheap, so that's totally worth looking into. Another brand, Acure. Acure was another brand that back in like 2013, 2014, when I was really like starting to get into skincare stuff, I tried some things from them, and they're a really good line as well. They're a little bit more natural. They recently seem to undergo a little bit of a like packaging transformation, but I believe all of these products are still pretty much the same in terms of formulation from back when I tried them. So their brightening facial scrub, really good. Again, if you're not a scrub person, don't buy that one. Their charcoal lemonade cleansing clay is good, especially if you have oily skin, not overly drying, but definitely helps to rid the skin of excess oil. Pretty gentle. There are 2 oils from them that I think are really good are their argan oil, definitely good, and their rosehip oil. Very good options there if you're interested in some facial oils that worked really well for me. And then here's just a few other like brands to look at if you're interested in trying some drugstore skincare that is cruelty-free, which, you know, if you find something from a cruelty-free brand and it replaces a non-cruelty-free brand item, I think that's wonderful. You know, if you're getting the same results and you like the product just as much, why not purchase the cruelty-free option, right? Like, send a message to the other brands like Neutrogena and Olay. Like, we don't need the testing. It's totally unnecessary. That's a total other like tangent, I know. Desert Essence. That's one worth looking into. It is a drugstore skincare brand. I have a lot of Desert Essence stuff at my local Fred Meyer. So if you're in the Pacific Northwest, you can check that out there. Kiss My Face is another cruelty-free brand. I haven't necessarily used anything or much from any of these brands, but I think they're worth looking into because they're affordable. Alba Botanica. I've used a lot of body care stuff from Alba Botanica, and that's a really great line. Avalon Organics. I have tried at least a couple things from them because that was another brand that I used to purchase through Vitacost. But those products didn't necessarily stand out to me because I couldn't even really recall them when I was trying to think of suggestions. But worth looking into, again, cruelty-free, a little bit more natural brand. Pacifica. Pacifica is a great company. They do makeup, body care, skincare. They have perfumes. Like, totally look into Pacifica. I think that they have a great line of products. Their cherry lava mask was yummy. I didn't eat it, but it smelled really good. And there's some other things that I've tried from them, but again, like, they didn't necessarily stand out, and it's not like a ton of stuff yet, but totally a brand I would personally check out more. Also, Yes To. So like the Yes to carrots, the Yes to coconuts, like that brand. They've got some good things. I've tried some masks from them. Like, I think it's mostly sheet masks that I've tried from them. And they also have like little mask packets where you just squeeze out like a single use clay mask or something like that. So those are just a few suggestions for you guys who are wondering what I would suggest that is more affordable. I will certainly try my best next year to try out some more from these affordable brands that I already know and love, but I am probably not going to be your go-to person for like super affordable skincare stuff. I like spending my money that I have available for this kind of stuff on the higher end skincare because I think it's worth testing and seeing if it's worth splurging on. And sometimes things are, and sometimes they're not, in which case you better believe I'm gonna return something to Sephora or Ulta if it made me break out, or if it gave me a reaction, or if it just didn't work. Like, that's the beauty, I guess, of living here in the US. Can it be somewhat wasteful? Probably, but that's like a whole other subject. But yeah, if things don't work, then I'm gonna tell you guys. I've always been honest about my opinions on products. There's no reason to not be, because again, I don't rely on YouTube as my job. I have a day job that actually pays my mortgage and my water and electricity and the gas bill and all of that stuff. Like, YouTube would not come close to covering that stuff. Any money that I make on YouTube from AdSense is usually what I end up reinvesting back into the channel. Like, there's not a ton usually left over to like, I don't know, go on vacations with. In fact, no. Like, usually it just goes back into products. So anyway, sorry that it was a little bit ranty at the beginning, but I feel like I constantly have to explain myself when it comes to this kind of stuff, because I know that there's just these preconceived notions about what people do on YouTube and who they are and why they're suggesting things. And sure, there's jerks. Like, there's jerks everywhere in life that are going to try to like get you to do things that maybe you shouldn't do, but this is where your common sense comes in, and where your, processing of information and then making your own decision comes in. So I always encourage you guys to make your own personal decisions and spend what you're comfortable with, not what I'm comfortable spending, There we go. All right. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. If you're new, please subscribe. And I will see you guys tomorrow for Friday Favorites and Flops. Take care.